A tough for telling my adoptive dad to shut up after he kept saying they love me just the same as their own children when they clearly don't. I-21M was adopted as a baby. My adoptive parents were both best friends with my biological parents, who passed away in an accident with my older biological sister while I was just a few months old, and they adopted me. They treated me all right as a kid. They never abused me or anything, and I always knew I was adopted because they had pictures of my parents up, and they let me have a relationship with their families, but they just treated their own kids better. They got them better everything, better and more presents, and even sometimes they took them on vacation while leaving me behind with my family. They took me sometimes with them, but barely. The worst was college. They have two older kids and one younger than me. They've paid for their whole college education and even helped with rent and just living expenses. When it was my turn, they sat me down and told me they couldn't pay for three kids' colleges at once since the two older kids were still in med school when I was 18, and they offered to co-sign my loans. It hurt a lot. And I was furious because it's always been this way, but I didn't fight them on it. Part of me felt that they had already done enough for me by taking me in. They'd help out once in a while and give me a few hundred here and there every few months, but it was nothing compared to what they did for the others. But they still love to claim that they love all of us equally. I never said anything about it, because what's even the point? Last night they had a family dinner because it was my adoptive dad's birthday, and the whole family were there. He had this speech, and he was talking about how much he loves each one of us just as much, and he addressed us individually. And when it was my turn, he went on and on about how proud he was of me being independent and putting myself through college unlike the rest, and how my parents would be proud of me as well. And something in me just snapped. I don't know what, I've never been confrontational, especially with them, but I just lost it. I told him to cut the bullshit and that I know none of them gives a fuck about me really and only took me in to play the role of the hero and get the praise and all that. He started saying that's not true and that they love me. I told him to stop lying to himself, and mom just slapped me and told me to get out. Dad actually was tearing up. I just left the house and went and stayed the night at a friend's house. My adoptive siblings are all now attacking me and calling me an ungrateful bastard and that I should apologize. Was I really an asshole for saying the truth, and should I apologize?